Hey kids, with all my talking, I had a little concern that maybe I wasn't clear about what the expectations were in terms of this document that I created. So here's how I would use this if I were a student in this class. I would start by looking at these review problems. And if I knew how to do all these review problems with no problem at all, I wouldn't do anything else. I would just be like, yeah, I understand everything I'm supposed to understand. So if you blow through this, you're good. If you can't blow through this, that's where the first page might come in handy. Because sometimes, like, you do a problem, and then, like, you're like, okay, I get it, but I need more practice. This is, like, kind of a one-shot deal, and I just need to do it a few more times. That's where this first page comes in handy. So all these problems that I've listed here are just extra examples of things that I expect you to know how to do. And I'm attaching, like, a name to them or, like, a concept to them. So, if you're reading, if you're looking at something like this and you're like, gosh, I don't know how to do it, you can try to figure out where it falls up here, and then you can find other problems that are like that problem. And of course, to find these actual problems, that'll link to this document here, or the one that I also put on Classroom. The nice thing about these is, like, you could just pick, down here, I basically picked problems from that review page, and I picked the even ones, and I'll put an answer key out for those so you can see how you're doing on them. But there's lots of problems. So if I was confused, I would maybe pick an odd problem and see what I could do with that. So I hope that makes sense. Like, these are not all assigned. These are all just extra examples of things if you want to give yourself extra practice. As far as the quizzes goes, that again is just like if you want extra practice. You know the expectation is that you understand those trig functions well enough to evaluate them like this, like this, like this. And the quizzes just gives you a chance to practice it. If I were a student in the class, I would do it at least once. And if I got, most of them right, or if I got one wrong but was like, oh yeah, I knew that, I probably wouldn't do it again. But if I didn't know how to do any of them, or if I couldn't picture the triangle, then I might first maybe come into office hours, and if that, but then just keep working on them until I had the fluency down. So that's the goal for today. If you can blast through these, you're in good shape. If you can't blast through these, figure out what you need to practice more, and also know how to do that quizzes stuff. So I hope that helps. This is all that's required. Well, most requires that you understand all this trig. That's what's required. But this is the minimum. Doing this is the minimum.